Hello and welcome to a very sunny Andy and Katie's allotment. I'm Andy and you're very welcome to our YouTube channel. If you've never been on our channel before, then we're a allotment down in Lincolnshire or up in Lincolnshire, depending on where you are in the country. And this is my second full season on the allotment. A mixture of no dig and normal dig. Depending on the circumstances, really. I do aim for no dig, but it doesn't always work out that way. This is the spring, one of the spring tours. It's today is the 29th of April, so it's the April allotment tour. And I'm basically going to take you around and show you what things have been going on. There's been a lot of sowing and transplanting, and some things are going well, some things aren't. So I'll show you how things are going. So as I said, very sunny here in Lincolnshire at the end of April. We're getting some really warm, close to record-breaking temperatures, sort of early to mid 20s, which yeah, very warm for April. So if I just show you down the full length of the allotment, you can see that there are bits and bobs that you can see that are green, that I've gone in already. So if we start with the bed nearest us, what I've got here is, those that you can see there are parsnips. They were planted 6 weeks ago, something like that, and you can see now they're just starting to get their the true leaves from their the baby leaves. And if we move along a little bit, we've got a number of rows of carrots. When I sowed these, I did say that I didn't know the variety, because I only had the little foiled sachet with the seeds in. So these are going to be a bit of a surprise, but obviously carrots of some description. So these are all coming along really well. So these two wigwams are sugar snap peas and the Monge 2. So the ones on the right, this side, are the Monge 2, and they're Oregon sugar pod. And the ones on the left are Nairobi, and they are sugar snap peas. So they're coming along nicely now. They're really taken off. So those in late February, planted them out in March. And as I say, they've been in the ground now about 3 weeks, something like that. And I started them off with covers, but then took the covers off. The covers weren't really to keep them warm; they were more to keep the pests off, really. So if I move across, here's, oops, if I get my shadow out of it, there's strawberry bed. Starting to really come on now. I've given it a good weed. Still some bits and bobs in there that are creeping back in, but a week or so ago I gave that a good weed, and you can see plenty of flowers. So these are the ones that I got given, really. They were left in a bag for everybody to take, and yeah, put them in end of last year, really, and just left them to do their thing. And as I said, nearly all of them have got flowers on. I've also taken the bigger ones there are what I purchased bought last year from the garden centre, and I've moved them from where they were to join the other strawberries so that they're all together. So moving down the bed, got some spring onions, salad onions in there, coming along quite nicely now. And next to them are some lettuces. Those are Tom Thumb, and the other's a Little Gem. So they're both a little small kind of lettuce. But then further along I've put some salad leaves in as well. So they're just a mixture, so I'll just take the leaves off when I harvest the ones that are going to be there as a full head. So this is the garlic. You can see that most of it now is romping away quite nicely now that we've got this warmer weather. Took a bit of a battering because it's been in there since end of September. Yeah, I planted these end of September last year, so they've been in all winter, so no wonder some of the leaves are looking a little bit sorry for themselves, but the growing parts are really romping away now, and you can see looking really healthy. And just to remind you, this is supermarket garlic, so it's not even from any kind of commercial seed garlic, but we'll see how it goes. So as you can see there, I've got one lonely fennel that's survived. All the others didn't survive for some reason, not sure why, but anyway, I've left that one, so we'll get at least one bulb of fennel, hopefully. And the radishes around there are the little tiny globe ones. But what I have already had a harvest of, for any of you that's already seen any of the videos, is the radishes. So these are French breakfast, and as you can see already, really big. So, you know, real ready for harvesting they are. Next to is turnips, and these are Milan purple top turnips. So you can see they're just starting to bulb up now. There's one there that's quite big, and I might actually just pull that one up just to show you. There we go. One Milan purple top turnip, and that's about the right size really to harvest them. So they're about the size of a golf ball really. They're not the totally round ones, but they are. I mean, they will grow quite a lot bigger if you want them to, but they're nice and sweet when they're this sort of size, so that's fantastic. So, and then I'm also started cropping here, which is spinach. And this has been probably 3 weeks now. I took a harvest. Yeah, it would be 2 weeks ago when I took the first harvest, and now, as you can see, it's well ready to be harvested again, which I'm going to do later on today. So, looking at the potatoes. So the nearest to us are first earlies, and these are something that, well, I took the cover off them 2 weeks ago, probably something like that, when they first started to really come through. And I said about the weather, how warm the weather is, but we have had a couple of frosts overnight, and you can see that the frost has got them. I've got the outer leaves anyway, but if you really look inside, you can see that the inner leaves are still okay. So what will happen with that is they will probably just crop a little bit later than the ones that are in the middle, that are a lot bigger, that didn't get got by the frost. Although some of those did, as you can see, some of the leaves are a bit yellowy, sort of around about the edge there, even though they're a bigger plant. But everything has survived and growing along quite nicely. What I am going to have to do, probably very soon really, is get some compost and just earth them up or compost them up, just to stop the tubers, because the tubers do develop quite close to the surface. So if you don't earth them up, they will go green, and yeah, the selling is not pleasant. So just to stop them from going green. So this end of the bed is second earlies, Charlotte. The first earlies are Pentland Javelin, and then I've got a mixture of different ones in this bed, which are the main crops. So as you can see, these are a lot further apart because these plants will grow quite a lot bigger and grow for a lot longer, be in the ground till probably late August, early September. Whereas the second earlies will be sort of July, mid-July, and the first earlies are hopefully middle of June. Onions coming along quite nicely. These are the ones from sets that I planted last October time. Again, like the garlic's been there in there over winter. So, but as you can see, particularly some of the red onions starting to size up quite nicely. They're not starting to bulb yet, but they're thickening up. And yeah, as I said on my last video, I've moved these from the bed just behind me because I'd just got a few red onions and a few brown onions that survived, so I put them in one bed to save space. And then the bed that I took the white onions out of, I'm going to put my sweet corn in, which, as I say, is just behind me. So these are the Bedfordshire Champion onions that I sowed from seed. Sowed these in back in February, yeah, and planted about in March. Transplanted them in March, and again, just starting to really take off now. So most of those are single, with the odd one that's a double or triple sowing. And then the other side is Ailsa Craig, which I planted multi-sown. So these will be smaller, but more of them. Move over to the brassica bed. Now this again is something that's been a mixture of success and not such success. What I just showed you there are the Calabrese Marathon. So you can see there's 3 really good ones there, and another one over that side there. What I have done, because some of them did fail, is I've filled in the gaps. So there's a bit of a mixture now with different brassicas, and I've also planted some chard in here as well. So what you can see just the other side of one of the large Calabrese there, that's tender stem broccoli. So I've planted a few of those just in there, and then, like I said, I've planted some chard, again just to fill the gaps really. So all of these rows that I've been showing you have been covered initially with fleece, but what I've done to show you is I've left the cover on the last bit. That is a mesh cover, so we don't need the heat protection anymore, or we don't need the cold protection anymore, keeping the heat in. All we need to keep is the pests off. So I've used the mesh. So again, I'm going to be changing from the fleece row cover to a mesh one. So again, like at the other end, been a mixture of successes. This end was supposed to be cabbages, but is now a mixture of cabbages, and I think there is some tender stem broccoli, all filling in the gaps. I've got some red cabbage as well in there. That's a red cabbage that you can see in that area. Where is it? There it is. So that's a red cabbage. I've got some cabbages that have survived, that are growing again quite nicely. There's some more chard in there. So again, it's just a lot of different things that I've filled in the gap. So some of it will be wait and see, because it's impossible to remember exactly what you put where. So that's what I've done. You can see the cover that I've got on. So those of you who saw the March tour would see that I'd made a bed there for my squash. So there's pumpkins, squash going in there. So there's 2 white pumpkins, 2 yellow and 2 butternut squash going in there. I think as well I'm going to put some squash in with the sweet corn, along with some beans, and try and do what they call the 3 sisters method. So one basically supports the other. So the squash leaves cover the surface, so prevent water evaporation, and then the corn provides the support to the beans. So, you know, they all intertwine with each other and benefit each other. So that's the April tour. I'd really like you to subscribe. I'd really like you to follow the journey that we're on. All the likes and the subscribes that we get each month do help us with YouTube and getting us out there to as many people as we can, because it's all about just sharing what we're doing and what we've discovered over the last well, getting on for 2 years. So as I said, hit that subscribe button and the like, and also hit the bell for the notifications, and you'll get notified every time that I post a video. So with that in mind, that's the end of this vlog, and wish you happy gardening.